everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Dolphins going up against the Steelers.
Larry, despite the elements, these fans here in Western Pennsylvania, they wouldn't dream of missing this one as you get a look inside snowy Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be breaking.
Again, it's Cook. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard near the 25. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
All right, here we go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard, set. Green, 39. Green,
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Cook following the penalty. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37th.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They run it again with Cook. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one. For for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Now he steps away. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Brandon, if you're not rooting for the defensive team, that was a fun play to watch. 4th down, all the throwing lanes are covered, and this guy says, let me do it myself, and shows off scrambling ability that you just can't teach.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They go play action with Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Lucky 56.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And a throw right sideline is complete. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now let's go. 3-19. Now, check. Patriot.
Coleman, the man in motion right. On second down, here's Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that takes us from second to third down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
Second down, Cook. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Third down. It's Grant. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on fourth down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Over. All right, here we go. Blue line, Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On third down, Trubisky. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Trubisky to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Play action. It's Trubisky. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Now Trubisky lost the football, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They start the drive with Cook. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, and you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
To go here in the 1st half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Here we go now. Boom, Leopard. Gun.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And able to find Dorsett. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences, we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. Running for it. Here's Cook. They find some open field here. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And that is no good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to our EA Sports studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A very solid gain of 27.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 48 yards. And here we go on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. 2nd and goal to go now. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
On 3rd down, that's Grant. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up the score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now it's Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's
come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now it's Trubisky. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at a third and goal here. Here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Trubisky will throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Dante Fowler getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. The Dolphins on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Marty. Marty. Watch him now, Marty. Green 19. Detroit.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. The Steelers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. That one goes for 36 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Trubisky to throw again. Being chased out left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And McManus able to put it through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Single, slot.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you,
it's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out.
Walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Come on, let's go. Put in 38.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Green.
Handoff comes to Cook. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go now.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, that's Grant. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Well, you know what they say about the best laid plans, partner. I mean, this one was totally foiled. They played for the pass. The idea was if you want to run it, that's fine. We'll rally up and make the tackle. Except they didn't get it done.
Yeah, it's 3rd and long. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 46 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you. And
this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Kamara trying the right side, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Shift together here from the D-line. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Watching that, Marty.
Trubisky to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, fourth quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. So they stay